Since the beginning of 2022, the state of Florida's Department of Motor Vehicles reported that over 510,000 out-of-state driver's licenses have been brought in to be exchanged for Florida licenses. That's more people than the entire city population of Atlanta. So what's drawing everyone into Florida? For the past 5 years, Florida's been the top-ranked U.S. state for domestic net migration, and many initially moved to Florida because of access to beaches, the favorable year-round climate, and a lower cost of living than similar U.S. climates like Hawaii and California. And thousands of these new Floridians are staying in Florida due to the state's growing job markets, accessibility to incredible amenities, culture, and attractions, great networks of schools, and the wide variety of opportunities to raise a family. So, pack your sunscreen and beach towels because today we'll be taking a deep dive across the map of Florida to count down the 10 best places to live in the Sunshine State. Beginning with number 10, Orlando. Out of Florida's most populous cities and metropolitan areas, Orlando is one of the few sizable urban areas located inland, not on the beach. But don't let this deter you from Orlando. In fact, Orlando's geographic placement in Central Florida makes cost of living cheaper than in most other beachfront locations in Florida. Plus, Orlando houses massive theme parks and attractions such as Disney World and Universal Studios to keep you entertained in the endless sunshine. In addition to these family-friendly options, Orlando overall has an upbeat and nightlife-centered feel to the city for those who crave a faster pace of living. If the fast pace isn't for you, though, Orlando features a sprawled metropolitan area with plenty of suburbs with excellent school districts, making the Orlando metropolitan area a great option for raising a family, too. Number 9. Next up, we move south to another major Floridian city, Miami. Miami is an iconic location on the very end of the Florida Peninsula, and its proximity to other Central American countries, expansive beaches, and its diverse population has shaped Miami into a beautiful urban melting pot. The colors, sounds, and sights of Miami are all vibrant, and the city's lively tones make living there exciting and bright. Because of these draws, Miami is a bit on the expensive side for cost of living due to its urban high-rises and beachfront presence, but more affordable neighborhoods can be found throughout the city for those looking for a more cost-effective Miami experience. In addition to the diversity and culture that makes Miami unique, Miami also features excellent beaches, sports, nightlife, a brimming art scene, and year-round warm climate. Number 8. Daytona Beach. Coming in at number 8, Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach is located on the Atlantic coast about an hour northeast of Orlando in Central Florida. The city is most widely known for the Daytona International Speedway, which hosts the Daytona 500 race every year. Therefore, Daytona Beach experiences influxes of tourists as the Speedway is preparing for a major race, making for exciting and crowded periods while living in Daytona Beach. In addition to the city's notable race, Daytona Beach is a surprisingly large metropolitan area housing just over 600,000 residents. Daytona Beach itself has only roughly 70,000 residents, but in a metro area much larger, there is plenty of space and freedom to explore living options in the area. Similarly, the cost of living index in Daytona Beach is lower in comparison to most other beachfront destinations in Florida, coming in at a score of 86.7 compared to a score of 103.1 across the entire state of Florida. Coming in at number 7, Melbourne. Melbourne, which is found about an hour southeast of Orlando along the Atlantic, is a small city with a population of roughly 80,000. Melbourne is known amongst Floridians as a culture and arts-forward location as it houses numerous galleries, museums, and studios in its small downtown. While Melbourne may be on the more expensive side for living, the advantages to life in Melbourne are second to none. Melbourne is the perfect size where you won't be bored, but still retain a small town feel, with fun for all ages including golf courses, beautiful stretches of beaches, the Brevard Zoo, a small artsy downtown district called Eau Gallie, and state parks and nature preserves. Not to mention, a short drive away is the famed Cape Canaveral, where the famed Kennedy Space Center can be found. Number 6. Finishing up the bottom half of the list, we have Naples at spot 6. Naples is a South Florida coastal town on the Gulf side, which has a small population of just under 20,000. Despite being somewhat smaller than some of the others on this list, Naples is still a well-known destination amongst Americans because many either visit the town or retire there. The population may be older and often features influxes of tourists, but Naples has increasingly seen families and people of all ages migrating to Naples. Therefore, Naples is becoming increasingly affordable for residents and visitors. Additionally, Naples maintains a small town feel due to its quaint size and low-key lifestyle, and it houses plenty of secluded and open beaches to match the town's relaxing vibe. Coming in at number 5, Jacksonville. Jacksonville is the first northern Florida city on our list and therefore has a cooler climate than many other cities in Florida. Don't let this scare you though, as Florida's most populous city enjoys a moderate climate and a distinct geography that attracts plenty of migrants. Jacksonville is unique in that it's one of the largest cities by area in the entire country and is tremendously spread out. Jacksonville has plenty of space to live then and features neighborhoods and areas for all types of residents. Given Jacksonville's large size and population, it might be expected that the cost of living is a bit more expensive here, but this is actually not the case. Jacksonville boasts low cost of living and affordable housing, making this city excellent for raising a family. Additionally, Jacksonville boasts a strong and growing arts, cultural, and music scene. Next up on our Florida countdown, Destin. Destin is our list's first destination in the panhandle of Florida. With distinctly crystal clear waters and a temperate climate that attracts a good amount of tourists, Destin is known as a fishing haven and is nicknamed the world's luckiest fishing village. And Destin is indeed the size of a village at a population just under 14,000 people. Destin is therefore perfect for those who love to lounge on the beach, enjoy a small town feel, or lounge on a boat while catching tuna, mackerel, or groupers. Additionally, Destin is said to be at the heart of the Emerald Coast and has pristine white sand beaches to match the emerald green water in the Gulf. Destin has plenty of tourists who travel in as well, so amenities and attractions are plentiful throughout the city. And starting our top 3 is Fort Myers. Fort Myers is another spectacular Florida beachfront spot, and with a proper population just under 100,000 and a metropolitan population over 800,000, Fort Myers has quickly grown to one of the largest areas in the state. Fort Myers is also a great place for nature lovers as it features plenty of beaches, state parks, hiking opportunities, and water-based activities. Because of its proximity to various preservations and the Everglades, Fort Myers is coined the gateway to the Southwest Florida region. Fort Myers is great for all ages, as it is slightly cheaper than similar Florida cities, so retiring here or raising a family here is an excellent and achievable option. Fort Myers also has a few major universities, including Florida Gulf Coast University, which means the city also has a distinct nightlife scene and young population as well. Our second best at number 2 is St. Petersburg. St. Pete's is located in central Florida on the Gulf Coast and is technically located within the Tampa Bay metropolitan area. Many are choosing St. Petersburg over Tampa, though, due to its laid-back feel, friendly and neighborly population, and its distinctly cheaper housing market and costs of living. Despite a slightly more laid-back feel than Tampa, St. Petersburg still maintains a bright and vibrant cultural scene while keeping the urban feel of living in a bigger city. Not to mention, if excitement and nightlife is more your speed, Tampa is a short drive away and has additional sports, entertainment, and arts to explore. Living in St. Petersburg has plenty to offer and is often considered to be one of the most welcoming and friendly places in the whole state. And lastly, coming in at the number 1 spot on the list, Sarasota. Sarasota is located just south of Tampa and St. Petersburg on the Gulf side and is especially known in Florida as the city with some of the absolute best beaches in the state. In addition, Sarasota has a growing population with a metro population of just over 800,000 that manages to keep the feel of living in the city quite quaint and small. Much like Naples, many used to deem Sarasota a retirement hotspot, and while this is still somewhat true, the city has quickly grown into a budding destination for young people and families to move to. The downtown in Sarasota and the waterfront areas have a notable artistic, culinary, and beachy feel to them that feels very unique compared to other places in Florida. Despite all this, Sarasota still houses amenities, attractions, and space for all walks of life, making this city the best in Florida to move to. No matter where you choose to go to in Florida, you'll be enjoying a tropical climate, fantastic beaches and sunshine, and plenty of freedom to build the right life for you.